Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Larson and I'm a Beachbody coach. I wanted to share with you my story and my journey through my decisions and as to why it's my decisions for my weight loss journey. To kind of make a long story short, I would say a couple years ago, even though I struggled with weight my entire life, and always yo-yoed back and forth. I'd lose weight, gain, and lose and gain. But I would always be nowhere, not really anything under 220 pounds. So when 3 years ago, I moved with my husband to Boise, Idaho, from Iowa. So coming to a bigger city and finding all these different restaurants and places to eat and things like that, my weight really packed on. Right before we moved, I went through a major stressor and a great sadness in my life. My mother passed away at the age of 54, and this was in 2010, and she passed away in October, so it'll be 4 years. Since she passed this October. So when she passed away from ovarian cancer. She was diagnosed just under 3 months prior to her passing. So to me, it felt like it was very sudden. I really thought my mom was going to be there. No matter, sometimes she'd drive me crazy, but she was always going to be there. And when my mom passed away, it was a big ordeal because my mom raised us, us girls by herself. My dad was in our life a little bit, but kind of like, but not really in our life. So, I didn't have that connection with my dad. So when my mom passed away, I felt like I lost two parents. It is what it is. I get still a little emotional about it, so I apologize if I start tearing up. So when my mom passed away, I turned to food. I felt a connection through my mom with food and baking and making all these different comfort foods that she used to make. So when we felt sad or down, I was making those comfort foods because I was feeling sad and down. And of course my family loved it because, we're having all these fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and, all this stuff that you would do in Iowa anyway. And unfortunately, I was just not living very healthy. It is what it is. So when I got to a point where about a year after I started, after I moved here, I was 290 pounds and I about died. I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I, gained 50 more pounds since moving to Boise. I about died. I was just like, holy cow, where did this come from? What did I do? And I was very sad about it. If I went to the doctor, and they did blood work, they did all the labs and everything, and they found that I do have, insulin resistance issues and was pre-diabetic. And at that point, after also seeing my daughter picking up my eating habits, I became very scared for her. I didn't want her to end up like me and, having to lose 150 pounds just to get in a healthy BMI. I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? I decided that enough was enough. I went to a specialist and went to one of his seminars and looked into gastric bypass because my physician is like, well, you meet the qualifications, maybe you should check into it. Really. So I did. I checked into it. I didn't like the complications of the surgery, and I felt like because I had to do the same diet and exercise plan or something similar to it anyway after the surgery. You know, my feeling was upon it, well, why not just do it anyway and see where that goes? If it doesn't work out, then, you know, maybe I guess I, you know, could go and do the surgery. I don't know. I had to wait and see. So after deciding that I needed to change my life and I needed to change my family's lifestyle, I decided that, you know, to sign up through Beachbody. I saw an infomercial at 3 o'clock in the morning, of course, like how a lot of us do, and it was on P90X, and I'm like, holy crap, maybe that would help me, you know. So I did get P90X. I started Shakeology. I love that stuff, by the way. I love it. Anyway, that's another video. But I decided that I needed to make a change. So I did the first 90-day cycle, 90-day challenge with P90X and the shakes, and I dropped like 40 pounds right away. I was like, amazing. And my husband saw my results and decided to do it with me. So as a family, I felt like we were getting closer because it wasn't just me living a healthy lifestyle. I made healthy lifestyle choices for my kids and my husband. So, a lot of the misconception is that, oh, you know, I've got to do this diet or whatever. It's not a diet. It is a healthy lifestyle change. And that is how I saw it. That's how I decided to look upon it. And I'm just shocked that even now to this day where I thought, how was I going to survive without my mom being there? How am I going to do this? I have over 150 pounds I need to lose. How am I going to do this by myself? That's what I love about Beachbody. So they really have their stuff together. So not only is it nutrition and meal plans and portion controls and fitness side of it, it's also accountability. And to have a coach there to be there and support you and help you and answer questions and everything else is just amazing to me. And I was like, gosh, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, period. So that's why I'm doing this, is to kind of share with you, you know, my journey a little bit. I mean, there's a lot more personal details that I can go into. You know, I could tell you what it's like to go shopping and have, people sneer and stuff at you when you're almost 300 pounds trying on some formals. I could do that. I could, but I think for those of us that truly struggle with weight, understand. So, and that's just one horror story that I don't want to have to relive. And I do find that people do treat you different. And it wasn't about losing weight for people to treat me differently. It was about losing weight, and being fit, and living a healthier lifestyle for my kids, for me. And I want to be there more. I wanted to wanted to run with the kids, and I wasn't able to do that. My knees killed me, and I thought I was going to die the first 3 months doing P90X. Of course, I had to do every modification as possible, and then I realized, that somebody has said to me, for every 1 pound you lose takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. Well, that makes sense. No wonder I had so many knee problems. It's because I was carrying a ton of weight. So again, that makes sense. So if you have some knee problems now and things like that, I can say that it does get better. You lose weight, you feel great. It does get better. So going off on another tangent anyway, I am sorry. I tend to do that. Sometimes I wonder if, I have ADD. I don't know. Anyway, but I wanted to kind of share with you a little bit, why I started losing weight. Again, it was to be a better mom, to be a better wife and to live a healthier lifestyle. And now it's, turned into just being a better me.